It's a beautiful day, baby, once again. And it's womanless get-out time, so get pumped up to learn some cool stuff and get off your ass and stop hurting your low back. How about that? Shane, what are you talking about? If I move around too much, I might hurt my low back. I could throw my back out doing certain things. That's true. If you're doing some crazy stuff with improper form, for the most part, it's really sedentary lifestyle that's killing your back. All right? And what we're going to talk about today is a meta-analysis that was done on 27 different studies regarding the effects of a sedentary behavior on low back pain. Okay? And what they found was, first, let's talk about adults. They found a sedentary lifestyle, on average, to increase the risk of developing low back pain by 24% in adults. Okay? That's a sedentary lifestyle alone. Now they found prolonged periods of sitting to increase, so sedentary lifestyle I guess encompasses more things, but prolonged periods of inactivity or sitting in itself, which they categorize separate. You know, you can look at the study if you want to see how they broke everything down. Increase the risk for developing low back pain by 42%, I believe it was. And driving increased the risk for developing low back pain by 103% in adults. So you see, anything where we're just sitting for prolonged periods of time is no bueno for your low back, right? So that's one. Now when we talk about children and adolescents, right? Well, they had a 41% increase in the risk for developing low back pain with a sedentary lifestyle. With prolonged periods of watching TV, there was a 23% increased risk of developing low back pain. And there was a 63% increased risk for having low back pain in children and adolescents that are on tablets often, that are on gaming consoles often, or on their phones all the time, some mobile device. And so it's really, really important that you even just go for a walk every day. If you're sitting at your desk for 8 hours doing your job, stand up every 20 minutes and do something. Maybe stand up and do 10 squats. Do something to keep yourself mobile. If you don't give your body a reason to believe it's still young and limber, it's not going to move like it's young and limber. It's going to be in pain all the time, right? So, I mean, you talk about the example, and this has nothing to do with the low back as much, albeit everything's connected. You talk about the example of runners, right? People who run consistently having lower rates of arthritis compared to people that don't run, right? And that's different for people who run 8 or 10 miles a day. Yeah, there's a point where it's abuse, but the principle there is you have to use your body. Being mobile is a great thing. Don't think you should be babying your body by sitting around. You look at a herniated disc, for example. I mean, people, they blow out a disc. First few days you can't move, you can't walk. I get it. You're in bed. You have to get up and going as soon as you can. You have the best prognosis with that. You can't give your body a reason to believe it's lazy. It's only going to do what it needs to, right? And so you give it a reason, again, to believe that it's old, it's going to be old. You're as young as you keep yourself, all right? So get moving around today. Have a great day. And you're at a reduced risk for developing low back pain. So how about that? Hold yourself accountable to your lifestyle, right, for getting low back pain. Don't think it's something that everybody just gets. Happy birthday, Jordan Smith. I hope you have a great day, man. Jordan, a lot of people might think that Jordan is very intense. Maybe certain people wouldn't say gravitate towards you because of that. I think you're great, man. I think you're intense in a great way. You care about the shit that's important. You like to have fun. You don't take any crap, and I respect that. I'm a bit like that myself. But at the end of the day, still got an open mind, and you're a cool dude. So.